Oh, hello, friends, and welcome back to your Read to the Dog, Hot Diggity Dog home reading series. And Humboldt is ready to embark on Chapter 7, The Adventures of Humboldt. Here's a little sweet for Humboldt. He didn't eat that one from the other day. Chapter 7. This is after Humboldt has been sent to make toffee apple coats, which is like butterscotch toffee apples, and we'll see what happens. Chapter 7. Hyperactive yeast, bicarbonate of soda, moss multiplication molecules, dried butterscotch, ribena, golden brown sugar, compressed helium, rust removal product, levitation lecithin, expandable desiccated egg yolk. Mrs. Gimbledge was reading from the half-empty tins that she had rescued from Humboldt's cooking fiasco the day before. The combination of ingredients had resulted in an expanding sludge that threatened to sweep Humboldt off his feet and into the back alley. "Gosh," said Humboldt, "I put all that in the sauce?" Itzhak laughed out loud. "Humboldt, you are a brave little Kucharts, chef, so chlopot bubbly." Mrs. Gimbledge smiled. "A little bird tells me that you're not yet acquainted with the lofty art of deciphering the English language." "The lofty art of what?" "I'm speaking of reading, Humboldt. You need to learn your letters, both big and small. We'll just have to start our own school, a school without principals, with reading, writing, riddling, and plenty of recess." Humboldt leaned forward. "Can you teach me to write extinguished? The one in the letter I've been meaning to write for the mayor for ever so long." "My goodness, Humboldt, you do have notions. If you write to the mayor, you've got to know your onions. Actually, writing is rather like baking. You have to sort the lumps out. Letters are just sticks and lumps, really. If you get the lumps mixed up, the words just flop down on the page and can't fly up into the reader's head. Anyway, we'll use sweets from the shop. Chocolate bumbles and peppermint sticks will do for making the letters, and then at the end of each lesson, we'll gobble them up. Perfectly galumptious." Itzhak looked perplexed. "What about chalk? What is a school with no chalk?" "We'll invent our own Gimbledge chalk, rolls of compressed icing powder, and the lessons will always be sweet." Mrs. Gimbledge chuckled. "But won't they get a little smudgy?" Itzhak saw himself as a technical advisor. "Never you mind, Itzhak. Pop upstairs to Humboldt's room and bring down the little school desk. We'll dust it off and set up Humboldt here in the shop, from captain of kitchen calamity to admiral of the alphabet, for our little Humboldt." Before long, Humboldt was seated at a small oak desk streaked with peacock blue ink. Absolutely must write to the extinguished mayor. Please, Mrs. Gimbledge, show me." Mrs. Gimbledge directed Itzhak to print the word extinguished across the chalkboard with his sweet chalk. Humboldt formed the word with cut-up twizzles and bumbles. Then, with a feather pen from a Sussex white goose, he copied them into his notebook. Some of the letters tumbled out in big splotches of ink, but others marched across the page like little soldiers. One afternoon, while Humboldt was alone, practicing his letters, the shop window rattled. Humboldt turned to look, nearly knocking over his ink bottle. A stooped figure in a hood pressed against the window. Humboldt couldn't make out the face, but the eyes were like hollowed-out tree trunks. Then came the rattle again. A long fingernail clawed at the glass. Humboldt sat frozen in his chair. He called out for Mrs. Gimbledge and Itzhak, but no one answered. He pulled his nightcap over his head and crouched down in his desk, as quiet as if he wasn't there. When finally he opened his eyes, through the weave of the red nightcap, he saw the window was clear. The figure was gone. After only 2 weeks of daily practice, words bubbled and skipped across Humboldt's pages like merry streams. "Bully for you, Humboldt," declared Mrs. Gimmich. "You've done it. You're a cracking writer." "Humboldt," Itzhak added, "I'm thinking it's time to introduce you to the Queen of all England. We can do this, my little Krasnoludik." That evening, Humboldt mailed his letter to the mayor. Itzhak accompanied him to the post box with Radinsky, Itzhak's scruffy little dog, carrying the important envelope in his mouth. Thanks for listening, and hop aboard for next chapter, Chapter 8. See you soon. Goodbye.